back to the Mataru Kitchen. I'm Kat, and today we are going to make sweet potato leaves in coconut curry. It is inspired by one of my favorite nasi padang dish, lemak pukuk ubi. Lemak pukuk ubi is usually made with tapioca leaves, but today we are going to make it with sweet potato leaves. It is not common to find a vegetarian version of this dish, which is why I'm really excited to share the recipe with you today. Shall we get started? Before we get started, now is the time to click on the like and subscribe button. Have you done it? Yeah? Okay, now let's get started. Alright, then let's run through some of the ingredients that we will use today. We have the tapioca leaves, some lemongrass, garlic, ginger, shallots, red chili, regular red chilies, and 1 chili padi. The quantity of the chili is really up to you. Depends on how spicy you want it. So you can adjust accordingly. And we also have some lemon at the end to make the dish a little bit tangy to balance up the whole flavor. If you have tamarind juice or tamarind paste, you can use that as well. Alright, so let's get started. Here we have a huge bunch of sweet potato leaves. As I mentioned, the original recipe is using tapioca leaves. Why I use sweet potato leaves? Because it's easier to chew. Tapioca leaves, it has more of a bite and takes longer time to cook. I think a sweet potato leaves will be a good replacement, and I like the texture of sweet potato leaves. When you cook it longer, it becomes creamy, then the whole dish becomes really smooth. We don't need the whole stalk of sweet potato leaves. We only need about 2 inches away from the main leaf, the more tender part. You can use a knife, or you can even use your fingers and use your hands to pluck it. Grab a bunch of them and then slice them all together. Next, we will prepare the lemongrass. We need about 1 stalk. When you get the lemongrass from the store outside, just make sure to wash it well, and then we want the tender part of the lemongrass, so just peel the outer layer away. We want the lighter portion, so around here where it's most tender and most fragrant. Cut away the knob here as well. We want to bruise the lemongrass so that when you fry it later with the chili paste, it will release the fragrance. But you don't want to cut it thinly, because lemongrass doesn't break down so easily. It will become gritty, and the fiber will get all around the curry. So just bruise it. Don't be scared. I can add that into the whoosh. Then you can do a small incision in the middle to help release the flavor, like that. For this recipe, we also need about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shallots. We need 10 shallots for this recipe. Just remove the skin. I know it takes a little bit of time to prepare shallots because the skin gets stuck onto the shallot more than a normal onion would, but the shallot is a lot more aromatic, and it's key to a lot of Southeast Asian cuisine actually. Once you skin it, just cut into small pieces so that they can go into the chopper. Garlic, here I'm using what is this called? Chef garlic or fragrant garlic. For normal garlic you use about 2-3 cloves. There is about this much. I like to use this garlic because it's way easier to peel. It saves time. And then ginger. Ginger we need about a little less than an inch. Yeah. Peel it using a spoon. That's the fastest way. Now just cut it into smaller pieces so that it can go straight into the chopper. Next, we have 2 chilies and 1 chili padi. This is quite potent, right? So we don't want to add too much. And we add more of the regular chili just to give it more of a chili flavor. You can keep the seed or you can take away the seed. It's really up to you how spicy you want it. I will just keep the seed. Okay, now we just have to blend all this bad boy together. Is the camera shaking? Alright, it will be over soon now. Okay, let's see about this roughness. Because we're gonna fry it, it will soften later. Alright, now we just keep it aside and most of the pepper is now done. What are we gonna do next? We will have to cook the sweet potato leaves first. Okay, now this water is boiling. Put your sweet potato leaves into the water. And just let it boil for about 3 minutes or so when you see that the greens has become tender and soft. Now you can see the sweet potato leaves has turned into a darker green. Now this is ready. We will have to take it out and then drain it. Okay, after you drain the sweet potato leaves, either you let it cool down until it's cool enough to handle, or you can rinse it under some running water to cool it down. We are going to chop them into smaller pieces. Now, the original recipe for lemak puku ibi, you will find different versions of how you can treat the vegetable. Some I've seen that they pound the tapioca leaves. I also believe that it is because tapioca leaves are harder to digest. While we're using sweet potato leaves today, it is a lot softer, so there's no need to really make it into a mush, right? So just cut into small pieces and then we can leave it aside. Now next, back to the pot, we are going to fry our chili mixture, our spice paste. Heat up your pot and add in about 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil. On a medium-low heat, we will fry our chili paste, spice paste. Now we will have to fry this paste until it is slightly browned and definitely a lot softer, and you'll see that there's a little bit of oil oozing out from the side. There are also recipes that you can find where they don't really even fry the paste. They just add it in with the water, the coconut milk or coconut cream, and just let it brew. For me, I still prefer my aromatics to be fried first before I add in the water. I think it gives the flavor of the dish a little bit more depth when you fry it first. Do make sure to keep stirring because it might get burnt very quickly. Ooh, smells really good. yes. Now you see it's getting brown. I know there are some charred beets at the bottom. Remember, charred beets can be flavor. Yeah? So don't be scared. Just reduce your heat. Yeah? Let the pot cool down a little bit, and then we will add in our lemongrass now. So the lemongrass that we just bruised is going in. Okay, now the pot is cooler. We'll add in water. So about 400 ml of water goes in. And you can turn up your heat. Now as the water is heating up, we're going to add in our coconut cream. So about 150 ml of coconut cream. Let the coconut cream, the paste and the water integrate together. Now you can see the coconut cream has kind of dissolved and melted into the liquids and the whole mixture. We are going to add in about 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. You can use fresh turmeric, it's your choice, but I'm using turmeric powder. Next, now that the turmeric has incorporated into the mixture as well, we are going to add half of a stock cube. You can use any stock cube of your choice. And then just stir it up, mix it up, right? We'll let the stock cube dissolve into the curry first. Then we can adjust the salt later. So it depends on the kind of stock cube that you're using, whether it's a low sodium stock cube or just a regular stock cube. Your amount of salt that you have to put into the curry will differ. I'm going to give it a taste to see how salty it is. Almost there. Almost there. Ooh. Good. I think I'll add another about half a teaspoon of salt more. Yep, that's good. Oh, that's very good. The flavor will continue to increase and intensify. At this point, we're going to add just a squeeze of lemon juice into the curry. Finally, our sweet potato leaves that we chopped up. Break it up, give it a good mix and stir. Now we're just gonna let it cook for about another 10-15 minutes to let all the flavor release into the curry. The flavor from the chili, the garlic, the shallots, the spices, the turmeric. It will all incorporate together. It will bring out even more umami into the dish. So just patience, another 10-15 minutes, we'll be done. In the meantime, you can prepare some rice. This dish goes really well with plain white rice. If you want to amp it up, cook your rice with a few pandan leaves and it will bring more fragrance into the dish. So, see you in 10-15 minutes. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this recipe, sweet potato leaf with spiced coconut curry. Do let us know what you think about this recipe. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to click like and subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!